The Man in Recovery Foundation works with people struggling with alcoholism, substance abuse, a lot of opiate addicts, and we guide and direct them into long-term treatment care, sober living homes, recovery-based programs based on if they have no insurance, state insurance, or good insurance. We've had upwards of 150, 200 calls in a 24-hour period. The youngest heroin addict I've personally worked with is 12 years old, middle school, and the oldest is 78. And I've put doctors, lawyers, prosecutors, police officers, architects, moms, dads, high school students, middle school, college students. This affects everybody. Doesn't matter your demographic, your financial status, it's everywhere. I didn't come from a bad family. We had loving parents. We grew up on a lake. We had dinner at 6:30. And as a freshman in high school, I was hanging out with the older kids. I started drinking. At 15, I wanted to hang out with the older kids, so I experimented with cocaine. That took me down a road into college, magic mushrooms, hallucinogenics, acid, ecstasy. I was always wanting to be altered. I was introduced to heroin, and I thought, what's one bag going to do? And one bag of heroin turned into a 12-year road of utter hell and destruction. And I overdosed while driving in Chicago. I hit 2 cars. I knew I was going back to prison. My wife divorced me. We lost our house in foreclosure. I displaced my wife and 4 kids. My oldest son was still in active addiction. We started doing heroin together, and that's ultimately how we bonded. And I'll be the first, to sit here and say that I helped kill my own son. And I looked up, I said, God, higher power, whatever's up there, please take away this obsession and compulsion to use, and I swear I will turn my will and life over to you. Since my son passed a little over 2 years ago, this Saturday I'll attend my 106th funeral. I'm sick and tired of burying people.
I ended up on parole and in prison, and it was very stressful. So I started back getting high. And I ended up on the streets. If I didn't meet Tim, I wouldn't have the people in my life that I have today. And I feel wanted, I feel appreciated, I feel worth it today.
I assessed 60 other foundations on what they were doing, and no one was truly working one-on-one with the addicts. I'm an addict, that's what I do. Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, and that's what we do.
He's opened a lot of doors for me. Career-wise, a lot of guidance and direction, how to live. He saved my life. I mean, without him, I'd probably, like I said, I'd probably be dead.
When someone comes back and tells me that they're sober, whether it's 3 months, it's 6 months, or a year, that's the most rewarding part of what I do. For whatever reason, the gift of recovery has clicked in them, and they have the chance to live a life that I'm living today, not altered by alcohol and drugs. It's a blessing of the job.